सर्वस्य च अहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मत्तः स्मृतिर्ज्ञान अपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहम् एव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद् वेदवित् एव च अहम्. This is Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, 15th shloka. Very, very important for all of us to understand Vedas first and then read Bhagavad Gita. Without understanding the Vedas, if we read Bhagavad Gita, and if that Bhagavad Gita is commented by non-Vedic scholars, then we will be totally misguided. We will totally misunderstand both Paramatma and also Sri Krishna. I have made several videos in my playlist. You can go through my videos in Bhagavad Gita where I have clearly explained from the book written by my Acharya ji, Srimad Bhagavad Gita Ek Vedic Rahasya, that Sri Krishna is not Almighty God. Sri Krishna is a yogi, and wherever in Gita shloka the word aham comes, we have to see the context, we have to see the subject and derive the meaning accordingly. See, we must understand there are two things very, very important. One is what is the statement, and the second one is what is the context of the statement. Like, when we read Mimamsa, the whole darshan is to make us understand that how do we interpret the words of rishis. So, in order to interpret the word of a rishi, first and foremost, what is needed is another rishi. If there is an other rishi, he can interpret the word of that rishi. Otherwise, we will be misguided. Otherwise, we will have to understand Mimamsa. We will have to understand the Mimamsa in totality to derive the benefit, to derive the real meaning of those shlokas. For example, I made a video couple of weeks back on from Mandukya Upanishad, where in Mandukya Upanishad the Rishi makes a statement. He makes a statement that about I am Atma Brahma. Please go through that video if you have not seen that video. It's very, very important concept. I am Atma Brahma. I am Atma Brahma does not mean that Jivatma is Paramatma. I have tried to prove in that video. Similarly, here also, Sri Krishna says, Sarvasya cha aham hridi sannivishto. I am sannivishto. I am firmly sthit. I am firmly seated in the aham means I am firmly seated in the sarvasya hridi. Sarvasya means subprani. I am firmly seated in all the hearts of all the pranis. So we know that Sri Krishna is not sthit in the hriday of all the pranis. We know that because Sri Krishna took birth and then he died. He left his body. I also made a video separately on the death of Sri Krishna. So here aham word has to be understood to be Paramatma, not Sri Krishna. Although it is spoken as if Sri Krishna is speaking, but who is the author of Gita? The author of Gita is Vyas Muni. So Vyas Muni chose the name of Sri Krishna in Gita that Sri Krishna is speaking. This is a story. Mahabharata is a story written by Vyas Muni. So either if Vyas Muni is using the word aham or Sri Krishna is using the word aham, in this case, I am seated in the hearts of all the pranis does not refer to Vyas Muni or Sri Krishna. It refers to Paramatma, because Paramatma is seated in the hearts of, because hearts of all the pranis means hearts of all the living beings, not only humans, all the living beings. That is only possible when somebody is Sarvavyapak. Sri Krishna was not Sarvavyapak. When you read Mahabharata, you will know in several instances where Sri Krishna says, I was not aware of this. Sri Krishna says this kind of statement, like to Draupadi also. Draupadi will say to Sri Krishna that you never came to save me. When the people started insulting me, I remembered you never came to, you are my closest, I remembered you never came to me. Sri Krishna says, I do not know that you are remembering me. I was in Hastinapur. I was playing with my wife. So Sri Krishna is not Sarvavyapak. This statement also it proves that this is speaking about Paramatma, that Paramatma is seated in the hearts of all the pranis. So we must remember Paramatma when we read these kind of shlokas, not Sri Krishna. And secondly, here the shloka says, Mattaha smritir jnanam apohanam cha. Mattaha, mere se hi. I am the one who is giving smriti. Smriti means memory. I am the one who is giving memory to the prani. I am the one who is giving jnana, the knowledge to the pranis. And I am the one who is also removing these two from the pranis. I give the knowledge, I take away the knowledge. I give the memory, I take away the memory. Sri Krishna does not do these activities. Sri Krishna also got knowledge from his Acharya only. Sri Krishna went to Gurukul and studied under the guidance of Sandipan Maharishi. Maybe for a short period of time, but even for a short period of time, Sri Krishna served under the Acharya Sandipani Maharishi to learn the Vedic knowledge. Similarly, here Sri Krishna is saying that I give the knowledge. I have created the knowledge and given to the public. And I am the one who is giving memory. And I am the one who is taking away both of them. So this also does not refer to Sri Krishna. So this refers to Paramatma's quality. In the Vedas, we all know that Tasmat Yajñat Sarvahutah Richaha Samane Jajjire Chandangsi Jajjire Tasmat Yajus Tasmat Ajayata. The four Vedas, the knowledge of the four Vedas in terms of Rig, Yajur, Saman, Chandangsi, Atharva Ved, Paramatma says Tasmat Yajñat. From that Sarvavyapak Paramatma, the knowledge of the Vedas are emanated and it is given in the hearts of Rishi Munis. Even today also when somebody become Rishi Munis, they will get the knowledge from Paramatma. So it's not Sri Krishna who is giving the knowledge, it's not Sri Krishna who is teaching the Vedic knowledge in the Samadhi. It is taught directly by Paramatma. My Acharya, I was in my Acharya's ashram 2 weeks back. My Acharya was telling that I studied Upanishad, I studied Ramayana, I studied Mahabharata, I studied Darshanas, I studied Sanskrit, I studied so many things in this Janma, but I never studied Vedas. I never knew about Vedas. My Acharya told, I came to know about Vedas when the day I attained Samadhi. And the knowledge of the Vedas was directly given to me by Paramatma. So this is the authoritative statement of Rishi Munis. So here also we must understand it is not Sri Krishna who is giving memory and knowledge and taking away. What is meant by taking away? When the universe gets destroyed, the knowledge in the universe, whatever knowledge we all possess, will also go, because when I die, my knowledge will go. When somebody dies, their knowledge will go. But Paramatma never dies, so his knowledge will never go. Sri Krishna died, so Sri Krishna knew how to operate this Sangh Chakra, what he was carrying, that weapon. After his death, nobody knew it. It vanished. So the knowledge will get vanished with the person, but Paramatma's Vedic knowledge will never get vanished. So that's why Paramatma made this mantra in Ajurveda, Tasmat Yajñat Sarvahutah. He is Sarvahutah, Pujaniya, Parama Pujaniya. Paramatma gives the knowledge of the Vedas whenever he creates the universe. So this is not the Sri Krishna speaking here, it is spoken by Paramatma when Sri Krishna is in Samadhi stage. This we must understand. And further Sri Krishna says, Vedaischa sarvam aham eva vedyo. Vedaischa sarvam aham eva vedyo. My Acharya writes, Sarvaha sab vedaihi. Sab vedon dwara aham eva vedyaha. Through the Vedas only, I am known only through the Vedas. But when you read Vedas, when you understand Vedas from Acharya, I have been listening Vedas from Acharya for 2 decades now, there is no mention about Sri Krishna in the Vedas. So what is this also is giving a very clear understanding that Vedas, from the Vedas, Paramatma is known, not Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna is not known from the Vedas. So here Sri Krishna says, the Gita shloka says, Sarvaihi Vedaihi Aham Eva Vedyaha. From the Vedas, that Paramatma is known. My Acharya has quoted a beautiful Samveda mantra, 388 mantra. In this explanation, my Acharya says Brahma Krite. The Samveda mantra 388 says Brahma Krite. Brahma Krite, Vedas are the Krite Brahma, from Vedas are work of Paramatma. Paramatma gives the knowledge of the Vedas. Brahma Krite, Vipaschite, and that Paramatma is the owner of the Vedas. Paramatma is the Rishiyonka Rishi. He is the Rishi of the Rishis, Paramatma. So, from that Paramatma, the Vedas are emanated. So, here also, and because why Vedas are emanated, Paramatma is giving the knowledge about Paramatma in the Vedas. And further, the shloka says, Tata Vedanta Krita cha Vedavit Aham Eva. Vedanta Krita. What is Vedant? The author of Veda. Vedanta means the philosophy of Vedas. Vedant does not mean end portion of Vedas. Vedant means the Siddhant of the Vedas. The Siddhanta or the Vedic philosophy is emanated from Paramatma. Vedanta Krita cha Vedavit Aham Eva. Vedavit. One who is the knower of the Vedas? The knower of the Vedas is Aham, Paramatma. From that Paramatma, because the knowledge of the Vedas is known to Paramatma, Paramatma gives the knowledge to Rishis. Like my Acharya told, when he attained a Samadhi, I got the knowledge directly from Paramatma, through the Vedas. So the knowledge, Paramatma communicates to Rishi through the knowledge of the Vedas. So the originator of the Vedic knowledge is Paramatma. From Paramatma, the knowledge is given to human beings. So that's what he, and Vedanta Krita, and also the essence, the Siddhanta, the Vedic philosophy, everything is derived from the Vedas. That's why Vedanta Krita word is used in this shloka. So we must very, very carefully understand the shloka. But we can never understand the shloka unless we know the Vedas. The problem today is people quote this kind of shloka saying, see, Sri Krishna is Paramatma, is mentioned in Gita 15/15. See, Gita 3/15, I just took this shloka also. Sri Krishna says, Karma Brahmodbhavam Vidhi Brahmaksharam Samudbhavam. The karmas, the kartavya karmas, what is to be done, what is not to be done, karma Brahmodbhavam Vidhi. It is emanated from Vedas. All the karmas are emanating from the Vedas, and where Vedas are emanating from? Brahma Aksharam Samudbhavam. From that Akshar Avinashi Paramatma, the Vedas are emanated. Sri Krishna says in 3/15. The moral deeds are preached to us from Vedas, but the Vedas are preached directly from Paramatma or originated by Paramatma, says 3/15. So we cannot, 3/15 says like this, so 15/15 cannot contradict to 3/15. So it must go together. So that's why the word Aham in this shloka does not denote to Sri Krishna, it denotes to Paramatma. Sri Krishna is in the Samadhi stage. In Samadhi stage, the yogi forgets himself. The yogi speaks on behalf of Paramatma. The yogi thinks himself to be Paramatma. My Acharya also said during Samadhi, I made a video like 1 week back, preachings from Rigveda in the Yajna from my Acharya. Go through that video. My Acharya said in the Samadhi, the yogi forgets that he is yogi. The yogi will forget that he is Jivatma. The yogi will forget that he has a human body. The yogi will forget everything. And whatever he speaks as if he is Paramatma in the Samadhi stage. So this statement of 15/15 is coming from Samadhi stage. That's what we must understand. So, and also my Acharya has quoted one beautiful Rigveda mantra. I'll read out the mantra 10/123/3 to prove this point also, where the mantra says Purvihi Vanihi. Purvihi Vani means eternal Vedvani. Samanam Abhivavashanaha. Samanam Ek Paramatma. That the eternal Vedvani is emanating from that Paramatma who is one. Abhivavashanaha. And that Vedas describes about this Ek Paramatma. Vedas do not describe about Sri Krishna. Rigveda 10/123/3. And also it says that Amrutasya Madvaha Rihanti. Amrit Swarup Madur Paramatma ka swad deti hai. The Vedas gives the taste of Paramatma. The Vedas gives the Amrit taste of Paramatma. When we are completely indulged, when we are completely immersed in Veda Adhyayan, we will get the taste of Paramatma. We will understand who is Paramatma. We will understand the greatness of Paramatma. We will understand what Paramatma is doing to this universe, how he creates the universe, what are all he is doing to each one of us. And also we will understand the divine qualities of Paramatma. We will understand the divine deeds of Paramatma. We will understand everything from the Vedas. Rig Veda 10 by 123 by 3. So this mantra also proves that the Vedas do not describe Sri Krishna. Whereas in Gita Shloka 15 by 15, Sri Krishna says, Vedas, I am known by Vedas. I am the originator of the Vedas. So it is not Sri Krishna who is speaking. It is Paramatma's knowledge spoken by Sri Krishna on behalf of Paramatma. So this is the secret of this shloka. Very, very important shloka. I mean, most all the shlokas in Gita are important, but it is important and it is applicable only when there is a commentary by a Ved Vidwan. So I always recommend this commentary by my Acharya. This is Srimad Bhagavad Gita Ek Vedic Rahasya. My Acharya has spent years of tapasya in writing a book. So why don't you use it? You read the book. Like, some Arya Samajis do not like this book. Some Arya Samajis always challenge me that, these are all your Acharyas has put Ved mantras. So we will not accept it because in the original Mahabharata, the 700 shlokas do not exist. So some Arya Samajis also object my Acharya's Gita because they are not willing to accept the commentaries. But when you read the commentaries of my Acharya, you will understand that every shloka, from the shloka, the misinterpretation which is possible, like a normal person when they know Sanskrit, when they read the shloka, they will misinterpret that Sri Krishna is Paramatma. That is wrong. That wrong opinion is completely removed by my Acharya's commentaries. So either you believe, like Arya Samajis, many of Arya Samajis do not believe that the Gita is the original text, because as per them, when you read Mahabharata, as per them only few 20-30 shlokas are there in Gita. It's not 700 shlokas as per them. So they don't want to accept my Acharya's commentaries. That's their own personal opinion. Like some people contact me that your Acharya has written all the 700 shlokas, explanation. I say that, okay, if you are not accepting my Acharya's words, it's your wish. But my Acharya has genuinely proved that Sri Krishna is not Paramatma, number one, and also proved that Vedas are supreme, and also proved that you need knowledge of the Vedas to understand Gita. This is my Acharya's intention in writing the Gita is this only. But if you do not accept, it's your own wish. So please read this kind of Gita for you to understand more meanings. I just quoted only 2-3 Ved mantras from that shloka. My Acharya has quoted several Ved mantras in that shloka. Several Ved mantras. Even for the word Aham, my Acharya has quoted in where and all in the Rig Veda, in Atharvaveda, in Yajurveda, Aham word comes. How do we interpret the Aham word correctly? So this kind of knowledge my Acharya has given. Okay. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.